We've had a lot of success on our flagship Upper Antino on the drilling front. That's grown 40-50% this year. And then we're seeing success with the exploration drilling as well.
Hello and welcome to the Assay TV. Today I'm here at 1-to-1 Mining Investment London, and we have Colin Padget, President, CEO and Director at Founders Metals, joining us. So Colin, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
And so it's been a little while since we had our last interview. Can you give us a bit of an update on kind of the background on Founders Metals, your core mission, and what do you think sets you apart?
Yeah, well, we've had quite a lot of big things in the news even recently. We've recently added Gold Fields to the roster, came in for a 10.6% stake in the company, $50 million investment. So that coincided with a much bigger land package. They added another 36,000 hectares to our 20,000 hectare package, and we're pretty excited to be working with them and continue working with B2 as well to really explore that much larger land package. So we've had a lot of success on our flagship Upper Antino on the drilling front. That's grown 40-50% this year, and then we're seeing success with the exploration drilling as well. So
okay, excellent. So let's talk about your flagship asset. What makes the project so compelling? Do you have any kind of latest exploration or any results that you can share with us about it?
Yeah, so I mean the big thing for us is we're in some of, I think, the most well-endowed gold area in the Guyana Shield, and we're now sitting on one of the largest land packages in the Shield itself. For exploration, we've made 5 new discoveries over the last 15-16 months, many of them with over 100 gram meter product intercepts. So we had Maria Giralda with 22 meters, almost 12 grams. We've had 38 meters at 10 grams, for instance, in Upper Antino. But a lot of very high-grade intercepts and a lot of potential coming out of an area that has a very large gold system. So,
okay, excellent. And so, what are some of the next steps? What are the plans now to further progress the Antino project?
Yeah, now I'm with the new, much larger land. It's really going to be systematic exploration. So, it hasn't changed the focus in terms of our existing pipeline of exploration targets and more advanced targets, but it adds a whole nother dimension to it. So, it's starting with, property-wide geophysical surveys. That's ongoing right now. That's going to be a really important data set for our geologists on the ground. And then it's geochemical surveys and really just, it's like a slow-loading image from the 90s on the internet where we're just, scanning down through and looking for all of these things on top of, what we see from historic artisanal mining and what's there from some past explorers' data as well.
Excellent. And so you already mentioned this, but you did have a pretty big strategic investment from Gold Fields. Can you talk about, beyond kind of the growth of the land package, how are you allocating these funds? And
yeah, so, Gold Fields coming in, I think, what the idea there is really partnering on the big picture exploration. We want to tackle exploration over a very large area in the way that a big company would as well. It's we have the funds now, and the focus for those dollars will be to test as many things as we can, both with the drill bit, but also with all of those big picture surveys that you need to start delineating things that wind up representing a long-term and likely many-year pipeline of high-quality exploration targets.
Okay, excellent. And so alongside Gold Fields, you also have this strong support from B2 Gold. Can you talk, what does this sort of support from the majors in the industry really signal to you about, the industry's confidence in the project?
Well, confidence is exactly it. I mean, it's a major validation point for us. We're a pre-resource exploration company, but we're in a very promising jurisdiction, very promising bit of geology, and having B2 come in and subsequently and more recently Gold Fields come in just points to the potential of the project and that ultimate scale. I think these guys are getting involved in a story like ours because they're interested in what it can be and what we can build it to.
Absolutely. And so kind of looking at what it can be, what are some of the near-term milestones that we should be on the lookout for? Any kind of big plans in the coming months?
Yeah, so big things, I think we'll continue to consolidate ground in the area. And beyond that, it's going to be drill results. We've, with getting these transactions over the line, we've now got some drill results from this fall that we start getting into the market, and excited to do so.
Okay, excellent. Well, we'll definitely have to catch up again soon. But Colin, I want to thank you for joining us here today at the Assay.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
Yeah.